What are we preparing our students for? And if we're not preparing them for a successful life ahead, then somebody else, another option, is going to swoop in and offer that, because that's the type of world we live in. Now, I think we've had it good for a long time, especially state education has had it good for a long time in terms of not having competition. And I mean in terms of having competition, because there's a lot of other areas where state schooling struggles. And a lot of that is down to politics. A lot of that is down to a weighty system that struggles under the weight of its own tradition, struggles under the weight of how we've always done it. When our system is struggling under that weight, a more agile system will come in. A more agile system that can change, that can help our children adapt, will come in. We need leadership. We need true leadership here. And if the only constant in this world is change, which I think the progress with AI is proven, then adaptability has to be at the center of our leadership. It has to be at the center of our strategy, which for me, strategy is essentially just leadership for tomorrow, leadership for next year, for 10 years time. We need leaders to rise up who can do that. I truly believe that. I truly believe that we need those types of leaders to rise up, who are willing to be motivated by competition, because that's what's going to be needed now. And part of me, I mean, don't get me wrong, part of me is loving the fact that there's solutions there. And I've got a 2 and a 3-year-old who I mention quite regularly in my talks. And you better believe they'll be doing synthesis. You better believe it, because I know that exists. I know that the skills that synthesis will be able to impart to them and help them in their development. And I can't, as a parent, just not let them do that. They will be doing that. And how many months, years is it going to take until a lot of our parents have that realization as well, and see the alternatives out there? So my issue is, what about those parents who can't afford it, can't afford even just an extra bit of money to use one of these private educational providers, if and when they're going to need our state education system to be top notch, to keep up, so that there isn't a great divide. And we're seeing that divide. I mean, we're seeing that divide at the moment by schools who are embracing AI and schools who just don't want anything to do with it. Just think of the students who are going to come out of those schools in a few years' time. Students who know about AI, who have been taught good skills around AI, and students who haven't. We're already living in that gap, and we need to close gaps, not widen them, especially when it comes to our children and giving them the best opportunities. So I hope that we can be motivated by competition. I hope that we can see the value in our traditional school system as well, because although I think these private schools are going to have their place, they will. They pretty much have their place now, and that'll continue to. We need to still be shown the value in our educational system, and that value is going to come by proving that we can adapt, by proving that we can leverage some of the things we're good at, the community building, the things that online education can't give. So we've got work to do. We've got real work to do. And if you're listening to this thinking, well, I'm not seeing any evidence of this coming, just do some Google searches. Synthesis School, Sora School, Kidato School. There's a reason why Eton have created EtonX, their online version of their school, because they can see it. They can see what's coming. Now, we don't have to compete on a level with companies that have a lot more money than our local schools do, that are a lot more agile. But we have to find what we're good at. And we have to be motivated by the competition to leverage what we're good at. Hopefully we can. Hopefully we can keep educating our children who aren't so fortunate for their parents to buy the more privatized education, and give them similar opportunities. Thanks for listening. I'm Dan Fitzpatrick, the AI Educator, and you can sign up to the online newsletter, which I'll send out every Sunday, at theAIeducator.io, and I will see you there.